Ladies and gentlemen, our sincerest apologies for the issues with the sound. We do have a team out in Poro, and as such, we had to divide our resources, but we are in the midst of fixing it. Our sincerest apologies for the first 10 minutes of broadcast without having any sound, but we are finally back. Our sincerest apologies again. But no matter, moving on. We are in match day 2 for the BOB Women's National League, and we have United PHUENTSHOLING facing off against TSIRANG Women's. Much thanks for your understanding so far. While the action has quieted down right now, let me just give you a quick rundown as with regards to the squads right now. United PHUENTSHOLING in goal, 68 Kinledema. We have Monica Gurung, number 10, captaining their side. Bim Kumari Mongar, number 4. Sunita Tamang, number 6. Sarala Mahato, number 7. Som Dekar, 9. Champa Saren, number 11. Pemadrolma Tamang, 12. Wangmo Sherpa, 15. Tofida Jukpa, 18. And Bhumika Gale, number 30. As for TSIRANG, we have Kenzan Karmayanzom, 21, in goal. Anu Chetri, number 10, their captain. Sangil Hazum, number 3. Wang Murata, number 5. Yong Pindarika, number 7. 8. Karmaleki. Chogal Wangmo, number 11. Deki Chorin Gurung, 13. Pimongmo, 15. Rinchin Lamo, 16. And Neelam Gale, number 17. Also, my sincerest apologies as I physically had difficulty getting here. I was commentating the match for the BOB Men's Bhutan Premier League between Paro FC and Drukpa FC, the rebranded Namla FC, which ended in a surprising 4-2 win for Drukpa FC. And it had an unprecedented 7 minutes of extra time, which did cause my delay in joining this broadcast as well. So, looking forward to your understanding on this as well. Right now, both teams matched equally. So far, not quite enough of a mark, other than that one attempt from distance that almost tested. Also, to the viewers who are confused, yellow is PHUENTSHOLING. United PHUENTSHOLING is donning the yellow jersey, and TSIRANG Women's, on the other hand, is donning the blue. Asking for that run down on that right flank. This is a brilliant run from Anu Chetri. Brilliant pass came her way. Does she have the pace to finish it? Physicality does come the way of her side. Monica Gurung, equally physical, shoved the opposition down to that ground, and she will not have a chance to retaliate. It was a brilliant opportunity for TSIRANG to have made something happen. Pimongmo, fantastic power on that foot. Yong Pindarika leaves that left flank open. It is a one-on-one. Will she go for that shot? Brilliant tackle, denying that opportunity. Narrowed down the trajectory, left all options closed, and it has been forced into a goal kick. United PHUENTSHOLING. Their men's side did participate in the qualifiers. We did see plenty of talents from their side. Suresh in the backline, number 4. We did have a couple of players. Prem Jogi there, number 21, who was picked up, in fact. And we will be seeing more of him in the qualifiers going on so far. Confusion in the middle. The ball goes back to TSIRANG at the edge of the box. Bim Kumari. Deshinchoren manages to rescue that ball somehow. Ball goes inside. Confusion. But there was that whistle. Pheuentsholing, unlucky, does play the ball right to TSIRANG. Miscommunication there between Anu and Dekichorin. Dekichorin does manage to turn things around. Sends the ball inside. Yongpindareka misses. And so does that recovery shot. Also, much thanks to viewers for the support, but do let me know in the ways I can improve. I do not have any formal training. I am just simply doing this for my love of football, but do let me know in the ways I can improve and in the ways that the broadcast team here can realistically improve. We are doing our level best within the means that we have. So yeah, we would appreciate your cooperation and any feedback in which we can bring you a better experience. But so far, this is definitely evenly matched football. TSIRANG women's do have the advantage. They haven't let the ball cross over into their own half this time. Header off of Yuang. United Pheuentsholing does manage to get out of that confusion. Unfortunate touch there. It is Dekichorin at the end of it. United Pheuentsholing do manage to recover. Brilliant passes. Short passes connecting beautifully. But that might have been a bit too much pace. Yesterday was the opening for the BOB Women's National League. If you missed it, we did have plenty of shows on the side with Himlal, Kengtala and the others, which made it for a quite entertaining watch. Despite the rain and the gloomy weather, we did have a solid turnaround, even for the Women's National League opening up front, where we had the reigning champions, RTCFC, WFC facing off against Borough Women's FC. It was a solid outing for the RTC, the champions opening up with their best. It was an 8-0 victory. A dominant display, a reckless header there, but a flag has been raised. Also, while we are on this topic, for any news, any information with regards to the format and the fixtures for the Women's National League, do give the BOB Women's National League a follow on Facebook. You will get more updates, clearer updates and proper announcements from their official platform. So yeah, do give them a follow, and even the women's clubs do have their own pages as well, so do give them a follow. You will get important news with regards to the rosters they are building. There are a couple important announcements being made. Borough FC, the major standout in terms of social media presence. Transport United ladies should have a couple of announcements ready as well. Their rosters do seem to be looking bolstered up for the Women's National League this time around. Brilliant pass out to Dekichorin, but it was a bit too slow. There is the captain, however, on that recovery. Anu Chetri just can't beat Kilidema. And it is danger averted for United Pheuentsholing. A bit off on that pass. United Pheuentsholing will look to capitalize. There is their number 7, Sarala Mahato. Does not like that. Does not like her odds against that congested traffic in the central defense of TSIRANG. ball does go out, it will be Sarala again. A complete misdirection on that throw had us all fooled. Thought it was going left, sent it midfield, but that pass does not connect, and it is one of the first touches Kenzakarma Yangzom is getting. Not many opportunities coming the way of United Finsling. They will need to cherish. The few opportunities they get, it does not seem like the pace of the game is that high, so they will not be punished as severely for committing their members up front. Failed clearance. It is Young Pinderika up front. She wants that call from the referee. Her arm is tangled, but the referee says clean challenge. It was a 50-50. Both of them at fault. Also, with information on the referees, today's main referee for this match will be Pasang, assisted by Tanin TSIRANG and Hem Kumar Chetri, the fourth official, Ugan Penjor. Also, yes, I was the same commentator as the one in the WFC versus Drukpa FC match. It was quite a hassle to miss the start of the Women's National League with the 7 minutes of extra time we got in that match. But yeah, a magician never reveals his secrets, so I am here at Changlumitang as we have United Finsling with an opportunity up close corner headed away by the defenders of TSIRANG. Unfortunate touch there from Sunita. Will give TSIRANG the ball, but not for long. It is back again towards United Finsling. This is the first proper barrage of attacks they've had in quite a while. The ball was up front for TSIRANG for a long while. Brilliant header there. And it is a lane opening for TSIRANG. Clearance. Confusion there for the referees. But it does seem like TSIRANG has been awarded. A free throw in, and it goes right the middle. Plenty of power on that centre back for TSIRANG Women's. There is Young Pinderika stride for stride against that defender, but there will be no chance but to send it out. Also, I do get this confusion got quite a lot, but I am not Sai Bodla. I do get that comparison that I may be that Song Sai guy, but I am not him. I am much shorter. I am much fatter. So yeah, thank you for the compliment. I will take it as a compliment. But anyways, back to this match. It is TSIRANG with plenty of close calls. They have the advantage in terms of shot power. But this time the connection not quite there. Finsling. Bim Kumari made an attempt on the ball. Plenty of backspin on that ball. Went right the way of Finsling, but it is Anuchetri who sends that ball inside. Not quite. Unfortunate clearance there. Held on to that ball for far too long. Expected a change. Did not get it, and it goes instead for a corner as we have a substitution. For TSIRANG, it is Dawzam coming in for Karma Leki. It is Young Pinderika. Also, my sincerest apologies if I am simply saying her name. I do believe that she is, in fact, Aji Young Pinderika. She is the brains behind the Thunderbolts in the men's league. Is a fantastic supporter of Bhutanese football and Bhutanese sports in general. Has been in the sports scene for a long while. I do believe she even plays basketball professionally in the women's side. Right now in basketball, we only have the men's A-League starting. It is currently playing up in the swimming pool indoor court. If you are in Thimphu, do drop by. A good place to be, a good time to be as a football fan and as a sports fan in general in Bhutan. It is great to see such support in all facets of the sport, as there is a slip up there from the new legs. Dozam with her first touches sends it off. Slight confusion on that throw-in. Plenty of possession, not quite any real development from both teams right now. This is their first match, so it will take quite a lot of getting used to, as there is that brilliant through ball sent out to Young Pinderika. Aji has that pass out to that right flank. And the Chetri loses in that physicality. Brilliant clearance there. And it will be a throw-in. TSIRANG had plenty of manpower. 3 on that left, 1 on that right. Had a lot of outlet passes if she had chosen to. But it is possession stolen again, and it is United Finchling on the counter-attack. Has an open lane down on that left flank, and it is off for the races. Bimongmo leaves no room. And finally, attention on the down winger for United Finchling. It was a clean challenge from Pimongmo. The referee is evaluating the situation. Medical attention, obviously. It was a clean challenge, though. Will not warrant a whistle against TSIRANG. But the lady is down. And it will be a much needed tactical break. It does seem like a defender from United Finchling is limping as well. Despite the slow pace of this game, it is proving itself to be quite demanding in terms of their physicality. Plenty of challenges being thrown. And now back from this water break. Pass played. Sangil Hazom has that pass out to that left. Might have been a bit too hard on that through ball. Brilliant vision, however. And not quite enough manpower to capitalize. And it will be United Finchling. right now it does seem like it is quite an even matchup between these two teams. Of course, they are not the top tier teams, and as such, we should not expect the same level of performance. These ladies are playing their best. There is promise from TSIRANG. United Finsling still seems to be taking their time gaining their composure. Ball is out, throw in for United Finsling. Sarala Mahato looking for options. Throw in will be played long, but unfortunate miscommunication there, and it is easily intercepted by Dausam. Ball played midfield. Pass does not quite get there, but it is a G at the end of it. Clean challenge. Sunita taking that ball up to that right. Somdelkar. Brilliant bit of skill there, but in a moment of panic sends it out with that back heel. Had a wonderful run, but that touch aimed directly towards the goalkeeper, and it will be sent middle. TSIRANG, dominant presence in the central area. Their defenders and midfielders definitely superior in terms of physicality. So far, only half an hour into this match. Brilliant pass there, but not quite enough to get it under control. But it has been sent out again. Yesterday's opening, by this time, RTC had around 4 goals. But they do have a squad full of national players. Players with proper exposure and proper training. They do seem like they will be favorites going into this season for the Women's League. Transport United, on the other hand, is also quite a major threat in this league as well. But the women's, who we expected to come out on top yesterday, without their foreign signings, seems human for the first time in a while. We were used to seeing their insane scoring ability last season with their foreign players. Their matches against Samti especially were very, very extraordinary. We used to see scorelines of 20. I believe there was a match where they scored like 40 goals, if I'm not wrong, one time. But even then, after this win, 3 points will still be 3 points. While they have the opportunity against a team of a similar level. The only question right now is which team will get that ball in their opponent's net. So far, it is looking like TSIRANG is edging themselves closer and closer to goal. Bemongmo single-handedly destroying any chances. Any scent of an attack in the back, the number 15 from TSIRANG in blue. And with the commitment of 4 up front, in every attack, it does seem like TSIRANG has the higher odds of getting a goal in. very silent expedition here in Limitang. Not quite many fans, but we do have still plenty of presence here in the crowds here in Limitang. Always respect the love we show for the growth of women's football. Internationally, from a personal standpoint, I do believe that Brunei's women's football has much better odds of succeeding and climbing in the rankings, while competing against international competition. Although the men's are much better technically, are much better physically, compared to our competitors, where there's just that much of a gap. But in the women's side, it does seem like the story will finally be changing. There was a challenge there. Could have warranted a call, but did opt to go for that shot. The first clean effort we've seen so far in this match, and brilliant power on that. Just not quite enough placement. As PHUENTSHOLING now opt for a counter. Frantic passing from both sides. Cleared middle. It is TSIRANG taking advantage. Brilliant timing on that tackle. And number 7, Young Pindarika, is knocked down. That first challenge missed the ball, but that second challenge clipped TSIRANG's number 7. With the set piece from the closest possible distance, can TSIRANG FC make something out of it, as we've seen before? Number 15, Pema. One more. For TSIRANG Women's has plenty of power in those legs of hers. Can we see something happen here? Expectations are there from the crowd. If the shot is well placed, it is unlikely that it will be saved. Can she get enough of a placement on that ball? Right foot. Plenty of power. Brilliant shot. Just a bit too over the crossbar. TSIRANG. It is Yuang. Sends it back. Yuang has that ball on that flank. A bit too late in that release, but does manage to earn herself a foul and a call from the referee. The second in a while. A bit awkward to get a shot in. But it looks like it will be Pemo Ongmo who will attempt it again. Plenty of support for TSIRANG from the crowd, as they expect something out of this. Ball placed brilliantly, headed straight up. Calls for a handball being thrown, but the referee does allow play to build up. Brilliant recovery. Pemong was still on that ball, has options, has outlets off to that left. Is onside. Shot off that right. The goalkeeper scrambling. Brilliant save. Slight panic, but a job well done nonetheless. And it will be a corner, I believe. And it will again be Pemong. TSIRANG had that option for that one touch. 2 failed attempts, and it will be United. PHUENTSHOLING on the fast break. They have the manpower. They have 3 options, but can't get past the first. United PHUENTSHOLING. Throw in. Played right to the middle. It's Bim Kumari Mongar all alone. Desperate attempt from distance. But not quite there, and it will be a goal kick again. Direct contact to the torso. PHUENTSHOLING. There is the captain, sends it off to that right, has that through ball, is onside, but not quite enough commitment on the run from Dikichoran. Does manage to get a head start nonetheless. A bit too early to release it. Also, to our dear viewers, while we have set our bars high for women's football with the performance of our national team, especially in the 10-0 brilliant win against Macau, it is important that we have teams, a lot of teams in fact, in the women's league, so that eventually that one diamond in the rough can get themselves the opportunity to get noticed. So despite our high expectations, we need to respect the efforts of the players in the field today, because without these players, there would not have been that one talented girl from the remotest parts of Bhutan getting an opportunity to play at this league, where they could potentially gain the exposure to be noticed and trained, picked up by the federation. So let's support what they are doing. And in fact, simply help them. Let them know what they need to improve on instead of simply being disappointed. Although this is not the level that we expect at the National League, this is where it starts. A whistle has been called. So yeah, so far a goalless draw. It is still 0-0. TSIRANG has had the most opportunities. United PHUENTSHOLING not quite there yet. Had only one off-target attempt, I believe. But still, with the score being tied at 0-0, this is anyone's game. Less than a minute remain. Costly slip up there. Kezakama Yazom from TSIRANG played around a bit too much. Was a bit too late in picking it up, but seems United PHUENTSHOLING, this will be the closest chance you will get to scoring a goal. It has been 45 minutes. One more minute has been added, but I do believe that it is an indirect free kick right now. So hopefully they've prepared for this. Hopefully they have a couple of options that they can go to for this. Yet to see who will take it. Seems like it will be the captain, Monica. They have Monica, they have Sunita Tamang. There is the whistle. Ball set up for Monica. Shot with that left hand. Frantic denial from Karma Yangzom to keep the score at 0-0. And there is the whistle to signal the end of the first half. So far, plenty of chances despite what the scoreline says. It is an even matchup. So the women, the ladies on the ground are trying their level best. Right now, they will need an answer. TSIRANG has the better odds, but United PHUENTSHOLING, we never know. If slip-ups from the backline from TSIRANG FC come again and again, this could very well be a turnaround for them. But until then, let us see what changes they make to their game plan. Right now, it seems like it is simply chasing the ball, hoping for one strike to end the story for both teams. But given the resistance from each other, it seems like there will need to be a bit more thinking going into this match. So, ladies and gentlemen, until then, this was a strong matchup. Close call there for PHUENTSHOLING. Great save from Karma Yangzom, despite the slip-up being hers. Ladies and gentlemen, see you all after the break. This was your commentator, Ugintesh Tochi. Do let me know what you think the end score will be, which teams in the Women's National League you are looking forward to, which players, in fact, you are looking forward to, donning their team's jersey and showing their shine in the big league here in Bhutan. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, see you again after the break. Bye-bye. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuzangpo and welcome back to the second half in the showdown between TSIRANG Women's FC and United PHUENTSHOLING Women's. We do have a substitution coming in from the side of United PHUENTSHOLING. It is number 13, Prerna Rai, coming in for Pema Jolma Tamang, number 12, as we await the whistle for kickoff. And there is the whistle to set things in motion again. So far, it has been a quiet 45 minutes. TSIRANG Women's, the team with the clear advantage, heading into the second half. Although TSIRANG do have the advantage, it is not a stark difference in terms of levels. There is United PHUENTSHOLING. The goalkeeper playing a bit risky. The press from Yuang, leaving plenty of stress on the field for United PHUENTSHOLING. Does manage to poke the ball loose. Pemahongmo a bit late on that challenge, but a brilliant move there to keep possession alive for TSIRANG Women's. Chogal Wongmo sends it back, and it is sent high to the midfield. Pemahongmo, left foot. The goalkeeper can't quite manage to put a finger on that ball. Does manage to earn herself a goal kick, however, for her efforts. And Chetri, the captain of TSIRANG Women's, did get up on for that run, but wasn't quite enough. The intimidation from the goalkeeper, all it took. TSIRANG. United PHUENTSHOLING do manage to creep it ever so slowly into the opponent's half, but not quite. Still have advantage. It's being thrown all around the ground here at Janglimita. But for their hustle, for their effort, United PHUENTSHOLING do manage to earn themselves a throw-in. Now the question is, can they capitalize on that possession? Brilliant one touches. And an offside flag has been raised. It was a fantastic sequence of passes. Definitely the best build-up we've seen from the United PHUENTSHOLING ladies, but not quite enough to turn things around. TSIRANG. United PHUENTSHOLING defender is in a panic. This might very well be an opportunity to make the steal and get a beautiful effort in. TSIRANG a bit too rushed in that build-up. Had plenty of manpower, had the numbers advantage. Could have made beautiful use of that, but the effort went directly to the goalkeeper. But TSIRANG does manage to get the ball back. Again, frequent changes in possession. Both teams having difficulty maintaining possession. TSIRANG with the throw-in. This time, beautiful touch. Sets herself up for that run, but the defender in the way. Clearance a bit too weak, left-footed. Finally off to Bim Kumari. Bim Kumari managed to get it up front, but double teamed, and no chance in between those two. Whistle does come in favor Tirang, they have the numbers advantage. They are overwhelming the defense of United Finsling, but so far unable to capitalize on the opportunity. Pimongmo has that shot ball, but a little bit of difficulty on that flare. Tirang, right at the goalposts of United Finsling, but that effort does not culminate. A flurry of back and forth between the two teams right now. Quite difficult to say who will come out on top. Does look like it will eventually be TSIRANG FC at this pace, but United Finsling have been making surprise attempts at the gaps that TSIRANG Women's are leaving them. Chaos in midfield. It is United Finsling with the advantage, has the head start on that run, but beautiful read by Sangil Hazum. United Finsling, their first opportunity, and it is a brilliant save by Kisakarma Yazum. It was a clean save, but it does seem like there is a woman down. For her efforts, they do manage to win the corner from TSIRANG. Fantastic from Sarala. Finsling, corner, played short, possession still alive. Bimkumari passes out midfield, but a desperate clearance there sets the counter attack in motion as there is. Pemazamo sets it up a bit too much for that run, and the ball right back. Valiant effort from distance. Solid test for the goalkeeper, but will have to do much better than that on the Chetri. Pimongmo on the breakaway, has that pace, has that one-on-one. Can she make that finish? Contact to outside of that right foot. Had all the space, had all the time. But it is exactly in these wide open moments where the panic settles in. And so it did here for Pimongmo. But with that effort, it should be enough to kickstart the attack of TSIRANG FC. That pass towards Pimongmo, not quite. She was on side, but it doesn't culminate in a decent look. Therefore, TSIRANG United Finsling will be under immense pressure after those close looks. TSIRANG could come away with a goal anytime soon. But now immediate response as there is space down that left flank. The defenders are closing in. Can she make the right decision? Ball sent midfield, and it is the opening! In a surprise response from United PHUENTSHOLING. Fantastic break. Fantastic finish. It is the opening for tonight from United PHUENTSHOLING. Sarala Mahato coming from miles away saw TSIRANG Women's FC's attack and said, "This is how you do it," and she did. Brilliant effort. Now the lead with United PHUENTSHOLING. It will be a hard moment to digest for TSIRANG FC, who were on the forefront. There is Sarala Mahato again, but this time again tonight. Beautiful read by Sangil Hazum. TSIRANG has the chance to make a reply to that opener from Sarala, but a bit too ambitious. Not quite a target in sight. Brilliant recovery there by TSIRANG. Chaos again erupting in the midfield. But desperate clearance again awards TSIRANG with the throw-in. So far, no team able to take advantage of these opportunities up close. PHUENTSHOLING even had the indirect free kick right inside the penalty area. This time the goalkeeper taking no risk. Akilin Timmer falling right on the ball. Had a couple of slip-ups early on, but makes a smart move, denying any thought of snatching that ball from her. TSIRANG. And Chetri lost her balance, had to poke it off. Luckily it went off the defender for a throw-in. Brilliant bit of flair there, escapes the defenders. Might be the ball they are looking for, not quite. Recovery in favor of TSIRANG. Has options down the flank. Can that pass be accurate? Not quite. Intercepted easily. And it will be Sarala again. Plenty of pace. But as that ball rolls right towards the goalkeeper, not quite a chance in sight. Jiwang this time manages to beat her defender, but again stumbles down on that challenge. Not enough to warrant a whistle. But again gets awarded with the throw-in nonetheless. So advantage TSIRANG Women's Right now the scoreline is in favor of United Twinslink. TSIRANG has had the upper hand for most of the time. One attack, all it took to completely change the story. At some point did look like the game would end scoreless. But we have been proven wrong. Can we be proven wrong a second time? Unfortunate clearance there. Anyone's ball at this point. Ball played up. Momo is right up there. Can she take advantage? Not quite. The goalkeeper doing a fantastic job in the latter half of this match as we finally arrive at the 1 hour mark. Twinslink somehow managed to find that ball up into a solid position in midfield, but it seems like there has been a nasty injury. Immediate medical attention, no hesitation from the referee. Both teams are trying to take advantage of the chaos, getting a subtle movement, giving a subtle movement for the coaches to get some tactics in for the players, as there also seems to be one sub preparing to come in. It will be Likichuran for United Twinslink, coming off for Bim Kumari. Again, a down player up for United Twinslink. Unfortunate string of circumstances. Also, as a sort of information, as a sort of clarification with regards to the format that the Women's League is trying to implement. Basically, the 10 teams that are in this league right now will play each other, and they will be fighting to qualify for a top 6 spot who will be promoted up to Tier 1. And the remaining 4 teams will be fighting for Tier 2. As such, this will be basically a sort of filtration system whereby the competition level is much similar. Right now it is quite a fair matchup between United Twinslink and TSIRANG. The scoreline is tight, but if they played a team like RTC, Timber City or like Transport United Ladies, it would be a drastic sort of story altogether. And as such, this format is basically to sort the teams into categories based on their level and ability of play, as another substitution, this time in favor of TSIRANG. Okay, So Myung-jin coming in for the Kichorin Gurung, and on the other side it looks like United Fencing's goalkeeper is down. Unfortunate for United Fencing indeed. 3 players requiring medical attention within minutes of each other. Notable delay of game here. But it is the goalkeeper, so we can't really resume it anyways. Also, I am seeing the comments with regards to the system, but yeah, it is all too early to see if it will succeed, the new tier system for the Women's League. But at the same time, it is also too early to say if it will fail. This is how the filtration process goes, so we must endure a couple more matches. Maybe we'll see one where it is way too one-sided, a few more maybe, but eventually when the dust settles, the competition will be more balanced. Instead of seeing super teams, we should see a bit more balance in terms of gameplay. And finally, we have the resumption of play. Seems like Glendema is back in form. Did take a while to get her back up. Throw in towards the number 7, Yong Pinderika. There again, the absolute cannon in the back line of TSIRANG Women's. The ball is loose in midfield. It is TSIRANG coming away with it. Confusion amongst teammates. And out of that, pandemonium is TSIRANG FC again. The ball right to the face. The captain Anuchetri making a run for that ball. Does manage to get away with it. Pokes it out of that defender. Beautiful turnaround. Is shoved down. Right foot from Pemong. A slow roll in. Almost had the goalkeeper beat if it was on target. The cleanest effort we've seen from TSIRANG. So far there is a lady down again from United Fencing, but this time it seems to be okay. It did come from her own challenger, Anu Chetri from TSIRANG. Intercepted. And frantic clearance from United Fencing. If these ladies take a second to simply process the options that they have all the time in the world to let off a smooth pass, but it is an evenly matched game, and as such the pressure is there. 20 minutes left. Brilliant clearance there. Sangil Hazum does manage to pick it right in the middle of United Fencing. Still Enon's ball. Again Sangil Hazum, this time a failed clearance. Brilliant move, gets past one, does not get past the other. The ball again. Unfortunate contact with the head. Hopefully she is okay. United Fencing is at the end. Sarala has that left foot if she wants to go for it. Still her ball. It is United Fencing, left foot intercepted. Close calls there. Finally a solid interception from their part. TSIRANG volleys it to the opposing side. Too much pressure. Bit more Wangmo breathing down on her neck. Forced her to send it out. And it will be a throw-in quite an advantageous position for TSIRANG Women's. The ball rolled right towards the goalkeeper. Brilliant contact on that. Definitely an improvement since the first few minutes. But there again, an attack fizzling out into nothing. Unfortunate roll there. TSIRANG FC managed to recover that ball, but again volleyed out in the middle of nowhere. Ball played up. Has that run. Brilliant job. A clean challenge there. Bemongmo has options. Goes directly up front. Unfortunate miss there. Did not expect the pass to come that close to that net. Brilliant decision from Bemongmo to send it in. Caught everyone by surprise, could not get that contact under it. Would have been a surefire goal. Despite the slow pace of this game, it is proving itself to be quite entertaining. And the yellow card being shown, the first of this game, towards Bemongmo. Decent turnout here at Changreta, and it seems like the crowds are amused. The scoreline: United Fencing 1 after that brilliant run from Sarala. Failed clearance. Chugul Wangmo could have done a better job there, but it finally is sent back, and United Fencing will be forced to restart. Played long. Bemongmo all alone. The left foot might have been a bit too heavy. And it is. Solid effort to get a contact on that ball no matter what, but it ended up right towards the head of Kilidema. Well, it seems like Kilidema is back on her feet. She seems to be okay, and we resume play. Solid chance there for TSIRANG. They have had multiple opportunities similar to the one they had right now. They are simply falling inches short of a goal of their own. Would have had realistically 3 by now if they had connected. Brilliant challenge there. Clearance goes her own way. Still anyone's ball. Find the proper connection with that left foot. Tazam plays it safe, sends it out, and it will be a throw-in for United Fencing. They are doing a solid job, especially with their number 7 up front. She has been the lone spear through which they are piercing the defenses of TSIRANG Women's. The only issue right now is that they are not getting the ball there quite strongly as they set up a run for Anu. TSIRANG Women's, brilliant job. Anu could not get a grasp on the trajectory of that ball as it bounced between the 2 defenders. TSIRANG Women's a bit too hard on that touch. Solid clearance there. Very likely that TSIRANG will end up on the end of this throw-in, and I am right. It is TSIRANG Women's at the end of it. Brilliant pass. Played right midfield. Pemongo might have a chance to intercept. She does. Steals it away. Goes right into that defender. Drifted a bit too left. Immediate close in. And she does earn herself a corner. Valiant effort from the number 15. Pemongo definitely has the best odds of scoring a goal with her shot bar. But at the same time, she needs to be there for the corner herself. Quite a dilemma for TSIRANG Women's. But it does seem like they will be playing it short. And not quite. They will be sending it in long. Brilliant pass. Ball goes inside. Anyone's ball, and there it is! They expected chaos. They were ready for it. And in the end, it is TSIRANG who ends up giving a response back to United Fencing 1. And it is now level at 1 goal each. Definitely an attempt we had coming all game long. Phuentsholing. A fun plot twist unveiling itself as the minutes tick down. Again, TSIRANG women's coming on the top of United Phuentscholing's throw-in. As Young Pinderika plays a brilliant ball out to Pimomo. Brilliant timing by the goalkeeper to shut down that attack just a millisecond slower, and it would have been another close call for TSIRANG women's. Now that they have the momentum, can they turn things around? And the Chitri couldn't quite get to it. A failed clearance again. This time it finally connects, and the ball is sent back to TSIRANG women's defense. There is Sarala. Again, as I said, the lone spear, but then again, the solid defending by TSIRANG women's again. As there is Sangil Hazum for the solid clearance to give United Phuentsholing a corner and deny any opportunity on goal. TSIRANG women's made it happen. They earned their goal from that brilliant corner. Landed perfectly in a spot where it would have caused the maximum confusion for United Phuentsholing. Can United Phuentsholing respond with an answer of their own? They had the lead. Can they take it again? Corner played short. Played back, but brilliant timing on the tackle from the captain, and it will be a corner again. But it seems like an offside was called this time against United Phuentsholing, and it will be TSIRANG women's. Ball played perfectly. Anu, brilliant touch, sets up the midfield. They have a runner down that left, but Pimomo, as we know, has the pace. Almost tripped over herself. Right foot not enough contact. Sent it off way too early, but never mind. There was an offside on her part as well. Young Pinderika was onside on that left, but Pimomo has proven that she should be the one to receive that ball up front. It is Yuang back again. Ball intercepted beautifully. Pass to her teammates failed, and TSIRANG responds with a flank of their own right towards the goalkeeper. Still anyone's ball. It is Sarala again, but too far to think about this time. First clearance failed. Second one. Sangil Hazum taking no risk whatsoever. It is a throw-in for United Phuentsholing, but should be plenty of time for TSIRANG to regroup. They did only have Sangil Hazum in the beginning, but now they have much better odds. Sangil Hazum coming out on top. Pokes it out of the way. There is space on that left. Clearance does connect, but it will be possession for TSIRANG women's. They will take the throw-in. Hamo just could not quite keep it under control. Champa. Throw into TSIRANG again. But there again, just that prayer up front. It is number 15, Pimomo, has that one-on-one, has the defender down. Outside of her foot, pokes it. Definitely one of her better efforts. She is slowly starting to find her shot. Can she do it again? There is a loose ball. Pimomo might get at the end of it again. has teammates to work with. Directly goes for shot interception. A bit too late on that recovery, and it will be United Twensling running away with an opportunity to go for the counter. Brilliant clearance. Still anyone's ball. United Twensling do manage to get a bit of control in midfield. They have a runner on that right flank. She is onside. Does she have the pace? Not quite enough to beat Sangal Hasum. Rinchen Lamo plays it off to Young Bin Narika. They have Pemongmo up front if she goes for that pass, but directly went for goal. Not quite enough power. A bit of hesitation going between a cross and a shot. And there again, United Twensling with the lady down. It was on that earlier attempt from the edge of the box from Pemongmo. Substitution being made. What's it wrong? Tejal Lamo coming in for number 7. And it seems like it will be Tandin Bemdeki coming in again as... Yes, it is Tandin Bemdeki coming in for Murada. So far a solid outing with these forwards, but if they can simply get a pass out to number 15, then in these last few minutes there could be a change. Anu Chetri, brilliant pass. Pemongmo, brilliant move. Has that burst of speed, has that acceleration. Beats 1, beats 2, beats 3. Can she beat the goalkeeper? Not again. Solid judgment. Went for that ball right on time as well. Not much time remaining. Ball played out wide, it is United Twensling, but I have a creepy feeling it will be TSIRANG at the end of it. Again, yes it is. Twensling, they are playing in a dangerous position. Anu Chetri right in position for that interception. And now United Twensling on the breakaway. Pemongmo, does she have the pace this time around? Again, it is the goalkeeper. The pass is a tad too hard. So many close calls. This will be the last minute in this match, until we wait for extra time. Can TSIRANG turn this story around? TSIRANG. Nilam Gale couldn't quite keep it under control. Throw in for Twensling. And there it is, 9 more minutes of additional time added to the game. Early on in Poro's loss against Drupal, we did have 7 more minutes added to the game, and this time we have 9. Definitely a lot of physicality taking these players down. Brilliant clearance from Sangil Hazom. Anu, all alone on that right flank. Can she make the touch to take advantage of that run? Another substitution coming in. This time it is for United Fencing, and it is Cheong Jema, number 19, coming in. TSIRANG's lone goal coming by way of a corner. Can they do it again? The ball placed perfectly again this time around. The goalkeeper loses hold of it. Chaos as they chase after that ball. It is TSIRANG at the end of it, but they lose possession. They lose position. A Hail Mary to nobody in particular, and it will be a goal kick. Had a chance. Could have dealt with it much, much better, but it is still a chance of, nonetheless, as TSIRANG has shown dominance in terms of recovering the second ball. There again, almost had that ball under control. Ball poked away, but it is TSIRANG coming away with possession. Somdekar. Apologies, Somyangdin. Finally a solid clearance. And it seems like danger has been averted again. Bemongmo still keeps it alive. This time a solid teammate on that left flank to help out. And again attention for United Fencing as another player has been downed. Bemongmo again on the breakaway, beat one but can't quite get past the other. Plenty of chances coming the way of TSIRANG women's to take the lead, but not quite so. And it seems like this will be where the story ends for both teams, as we simply await the clock to tick down. TSIRANG men's, on the other hand, seems to have made a couple interesting signings. I do believe they seem to have acquired Tenda Dochi, whose return we are seeing. This season is a star player, used to don the jersey of many teams. Solid teams as well. A solid player in and of itself. with the performance of the newcomers in the men's league being at the level that it is that they've shown, it will be hard to see which teams will get relegated from the men's league this time around. TSIRANG on a breakaway, open in middle. Solid chance, but as it fizzles out, it does seem like we will not have the burden of expecting another goal from these two teams. But right as I say, TSIRANG Women's is making an effort up front. The shot a little bit to the left. With the seconds taking down, it will be pressure mounting on both of these teams when they play against the difficult teams like Timber City Transport and RTC. It will be difficult to earn points, so the only way they can get a spot in the top 6 is by performing in matchups like this, where it is more fair ground. So both of these teams will want the points from today. Sangil Hazum has the power if she can get it to number 15 up front, and she does. Anyone's ball at this point. Fencing does manage to get a header in. The control is there. There is an outlet pass. It is played up front. It is that final line to connect with their number 7 that is missing. Anytime until the referee decides to blow his whistle, but he will allow it to build on for a little bit more longer. Brilliant throw-in. There's the captain, Anu. Beautiful fake. But loses on the clearance. They do manage to earn the throw-in. Anu positioning herself very, very quickly. Wanting to waste no time. That throw-in does come her way. United Fencing seems to be relaxing Neelam. Taking advantage. Quick first step. But misjudged. In that position. They still have the ball. A ball played up to Pemomo. Can she make a shot? And it seems like there was an handball in the last minute. TSIRANG Women's have earned themselves a penalty. What an end to this string of sequences. Pemomo, brilliant positioning, manages to get a shot off right into the arms of the defender. No hesitation from the referee in pointing to the penalty spot. But Pemomo, who I assume would be taking the penalty, is down. It does seem like they are calling for the stretcher again. 3 players already, I think. down to injury. It will be a harsh blow to their run later on. TSIRANG FC did show glimpses. Nevertheless, a solid effort from the number 15. Phuentsholing did earn a yellow card, but so many attempts. Was the sole heart in that offense for TSIRANG? And questions as to who will be taking the penalty. It seems like it is Neelam Gale walking up to the spot. Desperate cries from the audience. Some want a goal, some do not. Will it be seconds from glory or seconds from disaster? There is the whistle. Neelam on the spot. Directly towards the goalkeeper. She cannot get the rebound. Brilliant save from the goalkeeper. Stumbling in her celebration. Too much happiness on goal, but a solid effort nonetheless. TSIRANG with their closest opportunity so far to get another to their names. But it will not be successful. They do manage to get the ball, but it is offside. Neelam Gale hung around for far too long behind the defensive line. Still anyone's ball. TSIRANG does come out at the end of it. Without Phuentsholing, Neelam is playing a much more pressing role. Anu does manage to get a recovery. Brilliant touch. A pass played out, just couldn't quite keep it under control. It is still TSIRANG's ball. Just can't get it to a teammate. We are way past the 7-minute mark. But we did have plenty of injuries more in this time. The referee waiting for a bit more until he blows that final whistle. Well, now that the momentum of both teams have died out, it does seem like we are soon coming to a close. And there it is. Not quite the intensity we expected, but a solid fight between two evenly matched teams, and the scoreline reflects it all. TSIRANG FC did have the upper hand more often than not, but so many missed opportunities, keeping it 1-1 each. United Phuentsholing had their lone hero up front, Sarala Mahato. The only issue that was that they couldn't quite get the ball to her cleanly for her to make a positive effort on that ball. And as such, we are here in Changlimitang settling for a draw with 1 goal each. Beautiful fight, solid potential. Hopefully the players who were carried out are back for their next match. Did look quite serious, Phuentsholing especially, the number 15 from TSIRANG. Solid effort, solid decisions. Started heating up, and right at the end when it mattered, he was knocked down. But nevertheless, it was a beautiful 90 minutes of football. Solid fight, did not give up whatsoever. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we do have matches tomorrow. For the men's league, we have a match up in RTC, and for the women's league, we will be still here in Changlimitang. So do drop by and show your love to the teams playing their level best out here. Until then, this was your commentator, Ukintesh Toji. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you all tomorrow.